Hi. Welcome to a new Hellcorder video, I guess. This is gonna be a slow talky one. I've just spent the last couple of days making various brackets. That's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it needs to be done because it will keep stuffs in place, and that's important somehow. So yeah, it's just gonna be me talking to myself while mounting stuff, basically. That came out wrong. But it is mounting stuff, isn't it? Installing things. Yeah, installing things. That's what we're calling it. So yeah. But if you plan on watching this, there is a treat at the end. And of course, for those of you who now skipped to that part, you don't care what I say at all, so let's just start, shall we? Now the main question the last couple of days has been, how do I mount the power supplies? Of course, I want them to lay flat, which will give the easiest access. Now of course this one got a perforated side there as well, so it would make sense to mount it like that, but it is a 2 amp 5 volt power supply, so how hot can it get? At least with the loads I'm planning on making it power. So I'm gonna mount them like this. Now this one has some neat fixing holes, so I don't need to make anything for that, but the large one doesn't have that. So I made these like fancy L-shaped brackets. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna keep it in place, and then I drilled a small hole here just to keep it from sliding out. And of course, the power switch. Will be somewhere on the top plate, so I'll need some holes and routings under there. Now, what I did plan was the power cable will be attached up here, and it's gonna be vertical, so if you trip the wire or something, you just yank it out. Now the problem is, I didn't think about that for all the ports for the wind chest. So of course this is the power plug that's going in here. And this is going to be sitting at ground level. Of course, where you walk past it, you drag cables past it and everything, something's going to snag on this and break it off. That's for sure. That's what these are for. These are going to be mounted here with an aluminum rod between them, just to prevent something from falling and breaking these, or me kicking them while I'm working on it. It's not an optimal solution, so we'll try to mount some angled connectors at some point, if that even exists. And of course at some point there will be a bellows system here that will also protect it, so I have to redesign this at some point, but that's not for tonight. So now I'm going to focus on mounting the power supplies and these protection bars, and that's basically it I planned for tonight. And then of course there is a teaser about something at the end. And again, if you've already been to the end and seen that, welcome back. It was rather nice, wasn't it? Oh yes. Alright, so let's just start working. This is just basically drilling and screwing. Alright, so the smaller one is gonna be easy. And how far in do I want them to go? I want as much room at the back, so it's gonna be here. And then this one's gonna be mounted flush to that, which means that this bracket can't basically go any further back than that. Noise. Or is it? have no idea. And I'm sorry you're just gonna watch my back here, because I can't fit my camera in here and work at the same time, so it's gonna be what it is. Alright, that's one. And of course I don't have a drill with the angled head, which is annoying. What I do got is this, but it's gonna take a while. But then again, this has taken a while already. I just checked the stats on YouTube, and the initial Hellcorder video was released in January last year, so we are now closing in on well over a year, which is nice, I guess. Only people need a hobby. Where can keep that on top? There's a hole in there. All right, need to go and get some new screws tomorrow, but these should work for tonight for the intended purpose of seeing how this fits. Yep. Actually do this like we mean it. It's good enough, isn't it? But we're gonna fast the lower one later. Because when you're half-assing a solution, make sure you over-engineer it. Be the right side up. Push that one in. Yes, I think that's good. These are roughly where we need them to be. That's nice. Lock off. Yes. Problem with plywood and basically any wood is if you screw something in at the end, it's very easy to split it. So we're gonna try not to do that. So we need to pre-drill every hole at a fairly okay dimension for the screw that you're planning to put in. I'm sorry about that, but I got the sniffles as well, so alright, here we are. engineered backup solution. It looks kind of decent. It's not bad. Oh, shut up. All right. Come on. There we go. Will this actually match up? Yep. Alright, that's the shortest screw in history, that is. That's okay. That's okay. As Bob Ross would have said, that's okay. Happy accidents happen. Alright, push that one a bit. Ooh, that's... Of course, I would like this. Yeah. I'm just gonna wing it. What can possibly go wrong? Alright, we need actually the semi long screws. Didn't I prepare screws for this? Somewhere. Oh, never mind. Where did I put the screwdriver? There it is. That's one. Not gonna need that anymore. So I can put this way, put that away. Ta-da! Alright, that's this one. Ooh, that's not a good. That's not a good angle, but it'll work. To push it in a bit. Of course, did I press that one up enough? No, I didn't. So, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so here we are. I think I could shorten these by a few millimeters because this is at an angle, but that's okay. Problem is, do we actually get this one in? Yeah, okay, you have to put it in at an angle and then push it in place. But yeah. That works, doesn't it? The power supplies are there. Basically, I need to install the screen and the computer, but I'll do that tomorrow, and then we'll start hooking up some wires. Now the bonus is, I can't wait to see how it will look like, so we're gonna install the recorders. Because I made 25. Well, I made 50 of these because the first 25 were the wrong way around, but I have everything now to mount the recorders. And to get the full picture, I'll just mount the speaker as well. Just for the aesthetics, and I need to take everything apart again. So this is just a bit of fun, a Friday night. So two screws should be enough. Alright, let's get the recorders out of storage. Because they've been sitting around for long enough collecting dust. Alright, first of all, let's just put all these in. Am I gonna move the camera so you can actually see what I'm working with? Of course, because I'm that kind of guy. It's a bit of a weird angle, so I can't really see if the picture is in focus. So if it's not, I'm sorry. Alright, I call these choker pieces because this of course matched quarters, and on this side I'm going to drill a hole that matches the hole in the top of the wind chest, and the plan is to also have a set screw in the front here so that I can actually restrict the airflow to each and every recorder. Now I haven't tested this yet, hopefully I don't have to restrict any of them, but well, we have seen evidence proving otherwise. But then again, I'm not sure if a set screw will make for turbulent air, which will affect the sound. The distance from here until the outlet is hopefully enough to get a laminar flow, even with a set screw restricting the airflow, but this is not an exact science, or at least that's not my approach to it. I'm more of a build and let's see kind of guy. And what I have been thinking is it would be really nice to have this top plate in acrylic so you can have it see through on these as well, but that size of acrylic plate and with the appropriate thickness, that's a couple $100, at least the ones I found, so that's not gonna happen. Alright, then let's get the recorders. Alright, come on, there it is. Oh, these are nice. Alright, so this is for show, so we don't care which recorder goes where. I think we need to replace the tape anyway. And do some magic. Oh, they are kind of loose here because there is just a press fit. So I need a plate on top here that's actually pressing down on them. But I don't think I will be designing that before everything is actually tested. Because if I need to redesign the choker pieces, then the pressure plate on the top will have to have a different clearance and thickness, and that's a waste of material. And although this CNC has made easy work of these parts. The geometry here, it's not, well, it's bent in every axis in every direction, so it might need some fiddling with by hand to make it work, but that's an issue for later. And of course it's probably going to be at this point I realize, there's a recorder missing. And where did I put that? Nobody knows. And then of course this exact model is probably not in production anymore, so if I want a new one I have to buy 25 of them. Well, that's not gonna happen, because who's gonna want to go into my workshop and steal recorders? I mean, the only person I can think of is located in the Netherlands, so it's a bit of a stretch traveling here to snatch one of my recorders. Starting to look good. Well, not starting, it's been looking good for a long time, but it's getting close to what we're all waiting for. At least me. Because I need a grace period after this one, doing something completely different. And of course that's when I get some new ludicrous ideas. Alright, so the recorders are in. And this is so much better. Don't know if you remember from the first iteration, but they were slotted in from the bottom, so you had to tilt it over, open and take a lid off, and then every recorder would just fall out. And crap, of course the screen is going in there, and that's not here. Yeah, I'm actually going to get it, because we need to see this in its full glory. And of course, just leaving the camera running while you're having wireless mics on, that's always fun. And of course I could forget that easily and then go to the toilet and then bring you with me. But it doesn't seem like we're doing that today. That's a fun anecdote. I worked like an audio technician on a couple of shows, and of course you're miking up the people of the cast actually can't sing and the ones that actually have dialogue, and sometimes between acts you don't change microphones on them, and of course they forget that they have them on, and then they go to the toilet or they're standing behind the curtain talking, and then of course not realizing that the audio technician is listening into everything. Then again, people are usually nice. Oh fuck, I lost a screw. Alright. Now let's get the shoes on and take a step back and oh, this looks good. This looks so good. This is a nice Friday. This is a nice Friday.